I used to play basketball at the YMCA. Buddy of mine, who ain't a believer, invited me to come to the YMCA and play basketball. So I got on a little team with him, and we was in a league, and it was a pretty good league, I think. We wasn't the best, but I enjoyed playing it. It's interesting because I remember that one season. It was a winter, something to do in the winter, and I was a teenager that whole winter. Yeah, man. And then after it was over, I say, man, what do YMCA stand for? And my buddy couldn't tell me. He said, "Hey, well, it's young men, I think. Yeah, well, young men what? I don't know, man. So we had to ask somebody. They say, "Oh, wait, it's Young Men Christian Association." Say, well, they never talked to me about Jesus. How is it a Young Man Christian Association? People today don't know it's a Young Men Christian Association. As a matter of fact, this is by Chuck Colson. He wrote this back in 2006. Chuck Colson on the Christian Post. He says the YMCA has come far from its founder's intent when it was organized in 1844, so far that many people have forgotten its roots as a Christian organization established to disciple young men. Sadly, over the years, the YMCA has redefined its original mission right out of existence. At first, the YMCA's method of adapting itself to meet community needs looked harmless enough. They moved from what one article called narrow evangelistic goals to a goal of developing the whole man, focuses on physical and social development as well as spiritual development. This wasn't inherently wrong, but as the YMCA staffers realized that physical development programs were becoming far more popular than Bible studies and prayer meetings, they found themselves with a choice to make. I don't think I need to tell you how they decided. Since it has abandoned its religious programs and focused on physical, today's YMCA is commonly seen as successful in terms of membership and revenue. But how is it successful if you fall so far short of your original goal that you end up getting rid of it entirely? Or, as Christ would have put it, how is it successful to gain the world and lose your soul? They are a perfect example of an organization that was birthed for the purpose of discipling young men who do not know Jesus to now being a social organization that has Christians in its letters, but has nothing to do with Christ.